Hey, Grant Cardone here. How would you like to blow up your brand on a global, not just a local level, but a global level? And how about this? And we make money while you're doing it. If you've been following me for the last 4, 5, 6 years, you've seen my brand just explode. And by the way, I have done that while I've made money. I'm gonna be spending some time with Frank Kern. I don't know if you know Frank. Frank is my partner, he's a friend, but he's also a legend in the advertising and marketing business. Frank and I are gonna spend a couple hours talking about how you can blow your brand up and make money. There's a lot of people out there telling you not to monetize right now, but if you're anything like me, you have bills to pay. Maybe you got a wife to take care of, you got a husband to take care of, whatever the case might be, you got kids to take care of, maybe you got parents to take care of. You deserve to make money. There's no reason for you to give your products away. First thing I want to tell you is this, okay? Number one, you should monetize. You should monetize immediately. Your products and services should pay you the second you go online. That's what I've been doing now. 5 years ago, I had no e-commerce, no social media platforms that we were selling products on. This year, we'll do $40 million in product sales and services. That's a massive number. Okay, 2, the reason I do this is I have the mindset that number one, I'm going to monetize, and there's nothing wrong with monetizing. And in fact, my customers are happier when they pay me, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4, 5, and 6 times. So we're gonna be talking about in this webinar how to create big product lineups, how many different products you need in your lineups in order to monetize. 2, you need content every day. How do you deliver content and ask for money without being offensive, without feeling like that salesy kind of pushy person that people accuse me of being? It's interesting because the people that are buying from me don't accuse me of that. The people that don't buy from me are the ones that accuse me of that. And there's a way to put those people in your database and follow them up until they change their mind. And by the way, they always change their mind. So number one, you gotta monetize. You need to monetize now. It could be a $1 product, a $10 product, a $100 product. It could be a $1 million product. It could be $200 million. By the way, I've done all those levels and still do today. And I do it by providing content every day. One of the things that Frank and myself will be talking about is what content will get you money. Okay? How do you blow up your global brand, not a local brand? How do you blow up your brand to where it's being recognized around the world and people are willing to monetize you? You got to have the products. You got to have products at a lot of different levels. 2, you got to be delivering content every day that ties back into that. And number three, you have to have inventory. Okay, now this is why so many people on social media don't make money. It just kills me to see how many super talented women are out there. Super talented guys of all ages are out there on the internet with great products, great services, great offers, but you're not making any money. Okay, if you're not making money, it is because something is missing. It could be the offer, it could be the ask, it could be the landing page you're pushing to, but most importantly, it could be the inventory. If you have one product, you will die on the internet. Look at Amazon. Look how many different products they have, okay? They would never, ever rely on 1 or 2 products.
Hey everybody, Frank Kern here. I don't know about you, but have you ever stopped and wondered to yourself, how in the world has Grant Cardone made so much dang money from social media? Grant and I own an advertising agency together called Cardone Kern. Prior to our creating this agency, I got to admit, I started spying on Grant because I was like, what is this dude doing to make so much revenue from social media and to blow up so fast? I went out and I bought all of this software and I analyzed all of his social media accounts and I looked and I saw what types of posts he was making. Was it video? Was it a picture? What time of day was he posting? How many times a day does he post? And everything he was doing, I started documenting. And I broke it down into a system and I started deploying exactly what I learned by watching and modeling Grant. During our webinar together, I'm going to share with you exactly what I documented. I'm even going to show you my numbers because I started doing it in December of 2012 and kept track of all the sales and everything. It's totally going to blow your mind. But more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly what to do and how to do it. Like Grant's going to show you what to do in this webinar. You know him, he's just going to come in like fire hose of unbelievable information. I'm going to filter that stuff into a step-by-step duplicatable system. And I'll tell you, the biggest thing I learned from Grant is this little formula right here. I watched him. And what he does is he follows this formula right here. It's goodwill plus offers times frequency equals money. Here's a case in point, all right? Let's take Cardone Capital. for example. I can't remember the exact number that they have under management for Cardone Capital, but I think they've raised something like $800 million, which is ridiculous. Now, where do the investors come from? Social media. Well, how are they coming there? How is Grant able to turn total strangers, A, B, who have money, C, on social media into real estate investors? That's just insane. Well, it's by following this formula. So when he created that whole thing, I started going back through all the archives. And I started listening to all of his podcasts about real estate and everything. And the first thing he would do is he would make sure that the content that he was putting out on social media was actually really freaking good. Like, it didn't matter what he was talking about with real estate. He would do more than just be like, I'm the greatest real estate investor, whatever. He would actually tell people, and you've probably seen it a million times. He'd be like, oh, okay, let me help you analyze this deal. Here's why this is a good deal. Here's what you need to look out for. Here's what you need to be aware of. Here's what you need to stay away from. And it would genuinely help people. And he would constantly be providing that goodwill and that bond with his audience. So that was step number one. Step number two is when it came time for Cardone Capital to be alive, he started talking about it constantly, which is an offer. He would say, hey, you know, if you want me to do this for you, check out Cardone Capital. And he would be telling people about it all the time. And finally, this frequency means exactly what it says, which is you do it very, very often. So during the training, Grant's going to show you all of his strategies and all of his tips and all of his tricks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that down for you into a paint-by-number system that I put together from watching him that has worked very, very well for me, and I believe it'll work very, very well for you too. And you know what? Even if you attend this webinar and you're like, this thing was just terrible, like even if we just throw food at each other or something on this webinar, it's still going to be worth your investment because we're literally giving you $9,991 worth of bonuses, which you can have instant access to right now when you register. But you know what? It's not going to be a terrible webinar. I can guarantee you without question, with 100% confidence, that this is going to be the single greatest training that you ever have or will receive on the subject of branding and marketing yourself and your company online. And I stand behind that. So go ahead and get registered right now. Absolute worst case scenario is you literally get $9,991 worth of bonuses. The best case scenario is you deploy what you learn and your business takes off as a direct and measurable result. And that's what we're going to work very, very hard to achieve together. So get registered right now. I look forward to seeing you on the training.
So what we're going to do is we're going to spend time with you at this webinar. We're going to give you some super special bonuses so you can get started today working with Frank and myself. If you don't know Frank and you don't know me, where have you been? Okay? More importantly, where are you going to be when we give you this information? Hit the page right now. Grab your seat. Don't miss this. Okay, get started today.